small. Wow, tiny.
You are currently listening to Tiny Table,
where we explore TTRPGs you might not have heard of.
Whether big or small, we hope to cover them all.
Because we know that great things can come in tiny packages.
Hello and welcome to Tiny Table, where no game is too small. From rules to rolling to review, we teach RPGs so you can play too. And today, we are delving into a new season here at Tiny Table with Mothership. Ooh. Very excited to get into this spacey OSR gem from a few years back. Made a lot of hay in the RPG tuber space. I'm already kind of a buzz about this system just from reading the rules alone. We'll be playing the first module included in the box set. If you're curious to play it yourself, you get 4 in the box set when you buy them all together, so feel free to run your own version of this scenario and then lead into the follow-ups because they're all real juicy. If I could have my players introduce themselves, their pronouns, their character and their pronouns, and let's have your favorite science fiction movie.
Hi, I'm Holly, they, she, interchangeably, and I will be playing M.E.R, M.E.R, they, them. And my favorite science fiction movie is Iron Giant. Aww. Has been since I was a kid, watching it with my also animation-obsessed father.
Aww.
Yay.
That's very sweet. That's a good one. I have a lot of memories of watching Iron Giant as a kid. And with that, I'll lead that into my introduction. Hello, I'm Skyler. He, they, it, interchangeably. And I'll be playing Professor T. Tanaka Hernandez Schmidt. You may also call me Doctor. You may not call me Mr. T. And in terms
would he pity the fool who does?
He would pity the fool. And he, him for Dr. Tanaka. And my favorite sci-fi movie, I really enjoyed Interstellar. I feel like that's like the generic or like the modern cop-out answer, but like it's a good movie. Like it's just a good, like when you think of good sci-fi movies, it's a good movie. Though I will also give a shout out to Edge of Tomorrow. I like the time loop shenanigans in that movie a lot as well.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I just like time stuff in movies.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Hi, I'm Neo. I use they and him pronouns. I'll be playing the character J10. They use they, them pronouns. And my favorite sci-fi movie is Moon. I would call Moon the precursor to Mickey 17, so if I had seen Mickey 17, that would probably be it. But Moon is just such a great sci-fi movie, classically set in space with a beautiful twist. But I will give a major shout out to the entire Scavenger's Reign series, which is probably some of the best Xeno bio spec fic I've ever seen. Gorgeous animation. Let's go, Studio Titmouse! Woo!
Let's go!
We love you, Titmouse, forever. And I have been, and will continue to be your warden, Julian. She, her pronouns. I'm playing everyone else. Assorted pronouns. Probably a lot of its in this module. Overall module is titled Another Bug Hunt, so spoiler alert.
Bug.
But favorite sci-fi movie for me, I've got very dad taste in sci-fi, so it's a toss-up between Alien and 2001: A Space Odyssey. I like sci-fi most when it's crunchy, when it's clunky, when it's analog, when it's made before we had good enough CGI to offload a lot of it to computer-generated imagery, and I love when a spaceship is crunchy.
Yeah.
Big chunky buttons.
Big chunky buttons. I'll give a modern shout-out as well to Arrival. 1, because it's a very good movie, and 2, because an interview technically an interview about Dune 2, but where Arrival is mentioned, Denis Villeneuve said the phrase, beautiful sci-fi bullshit, which is something he tries to include in all of his science fiction flicks, and I think he does a very good job of that. And speaking of some ugly sci-fi bullshit, we've got a real good scenario to get into. The name of the specific one that we are playing today is Distress Signals, which is scenario 1 from the collection of modules called Another Bug Hunt. I'm going to give a bit of a top-level rundown of the events up to now, zooming from 10 years ago all the way up to the present moment. A little bit of history as to what your characters would know going in. About 10 years back, the company detected signs of biochemistry on the distant rim world of Samsa 6, and they decided to send a team to investigate. They arrived about a year ago, a team of researchers, engineers, and Marines, and they established 2 facilities, Greta Base and Heron Terraforming Station. They've been working on terraforming the planet since. About 9 months ago, the colonists managed to capture some biospecimens, possibly something fossilized on the planet that they wanted to have as a focus for their studies. 6 months ago, Greta Base ceased all communications. 3 months ago, the company hired you lot to address the situation. 6 weeks ago, you entered the SAMSA system and found Greta Base was unresponsive to hailing from the outer atmosphere. You all got woken up earlier today from your cryo-sleep. Your manager, Moss, shot you full of stim packs to get you out of your cryostasis, getting you to kind of shake off the dreary drudgery of a body held in many months of sleep. About an hour ago, your dropship began its descent down to the surface of Samsa 6. Torrential tropical rainstorms are buffeting the surface of the planet. It's Judgment Day out here, and the colony sits silent like a prayer. We're gonna join as you are coming down in the dropship itself. It's a cramped interior space. The smell is cruddy. The humid, wet atmosphere traps all of the humid sweat within the vessel, and even with your filtration systems active in your hazard suit, you're still getting a lot of that body odor in this little tin can as it buffets its way down. The ship itself creaks and shakes, your shoulders and backs bumping uncomfortably against the barely upholstered chairs, and the alarms blare from the cockpit as the landing gear is opening up beneath you. Anders, the pilot, stocky fella, pretty experienced, is at the wheel, and his co-pilot Renfield is making empty conversation as he snaps on his chewing gum. They're both trying their best to keep a cool attitude on another day on the job for them as they wean their way towards the surface through this tropical storm. Can I have you all give a description of your characters? Let's go in reverse table order, starting with you, Neo.
Sure. J10 is, I would say, broad and large, very heavy set. They have a mechanical leg on their left leg. They are what I would call future space brown, ethnically ambiguous. Short, cropped, kind of spiked up hair. I would say J10 is about maybe in their late 30s.
And why is J10 here on this mission?
J10 is what you would call an ILK, an indentured labor contractor. They are a ex-con prisoner who has been put on labor duty to pay off their sentence. Of course, the company does provide medical care, but the copay is very high, and J10 has extended their sentence a number of times due to medical debt accrued by injury sustained on the job, hence the leg. So they're in it for a much longer haul, and they've just kind of, well, it's better than being space homeless, is their kind of attitude.
Yeah. And this job seemed like a bit of a decent one. You're getting 2 months of salary and 1 month of hazard pay for a job that might involve you being awake for as little as 48 hours. Pretty good return on investment.
Yeah, the ROI goes crazy. My trinket is a survival manual titled How to Eat Soup with a Knife. And my patch says live free and die.
Where do they got that patch on their uniform?
Right on the front, baby.
Skyler, if you would describe your character.
Yes, moving on from there, Professor T. Tanaka Hernandez Schmidt. T is just his first name. It's Tim. He actually doesn't need to shorten it, but he always does. It's one syllable for one syllable. It would be just as quick to say Tim, but he doesn't like his first name. He, him. Tanaka is like early to mid 40s, bald, also ethnically ambiguous, but definitely white. Just a real, like, grouch of a man, like lanky. My inspiration was Anton Ego for like the general vibe this guy gives off. It's pretty unpleasant but undeniably smart underneath his hazard suit, like, you know, dresses well in high collared white lab coat attire, very kind of classic.
Oh god, he's drenched.
I'm sweating. The only thing saving me is my lack of hair. In fact, I'm gonna make a change right now. I think entirely hairless on his head, no eyebrows either. I'm putting that in right now.
That's some beautiful sci-fi bullshit right there.
That's some beautiful sci-fi bullshit.
Are you angry? Are you surprised? I can't tell.
If we're going for the Anton Ego inspiration, is he aware of some sort of organism that manipulates you through your hair follicles, so he shaved everything?
There is a very rare, you make fun of it, but there is a very rare mind-infecting space worm that does happen to look like the common hair follicle. So just to be safe, I've removed all of mine. So this hairless man who, when he furrows his brow, his head wrinkles like a shaved cat, is here to assist as the doctor. Went through some SOTC, that's Space Officers Training Corps, before he became a surgeon, because even though he wasn't like deep in the field, he just kind of hated his general proximity to it. And now he's here on the field, or at least closer to it than he normally likes. He is quite displeased, but I won't say happy to help, but here to help.
And personally invested to help as well. You're the one person in this crew who knows somebody on site. A former professional colleague of yours, Dr. Edem, was the mission specialist for the Exo Colony and is a point of interest for this mission that we'll be getting into shortly. But before we do, what's your trinket and what's your patch?
Oh, yes. So my trinket is a towel, slightly frayed. It's practical. He keeps it in his bag with his other stuff in case something needs a cleaning. Probably the sweat.
His head. Yeah, that's the head towel. That's
the head towel.
So we call it the polisher.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what does his patch say? Where does he wear it?
His patch, which he just wears on his bag, on his rucksack that he has, just says, "For science!" In a much more, I imagine, with like a little like Einstein-esque like guy pointing upwards and looking very excited, which contrasts heavily the sheer like line down frown like of that Tanaka wears, pretty constantly.
Fantastic. And we pivot our camera to the last of our cohort here. Holly, would you describe your character?
This is M.E.R, Mechanized Exploration Robot. M.E.R. They are a pretty lanky, skinny android. Not so much like those androids that are trying to look human, like they have the human proportions, but all the extremities are very like rail thin, with maybe like a 3-prong hand kind of thing. Mm-hmm. They have kind of the human head shape, but instead of a articulated face, it is just a screen with a pixelated smile on it. And sometimes it bounces around the screen a little bit.
Everyone in the cockpit is sitting like, it's gonna hit the corner, it's gonna hit the corner.
M.E.R never lets it hit the corner.
Not on my watch.
Is your face like one of those masks that those like sometimes like animated movement and dancing like TikTokers wear?
Yeah.
Well, they'll like do like exaggerated movements and they have like the mask that goes through like little like ooh woo faces and different things.
It's like that. It's also a bit like an eye dog.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Shouts out iDog.
Wait, that's great.
And M.E.R has a patch that says "one size fits all." That's the shape of a grenade that's on their thigh, and then their trinket is a shiv.
Stabby robot.
What's the story of that?
I won't tell.
It's canonically M.E.R's response whenever anyone asks why the robot has a shiv.
None of your business.
Amazing. We have a very slight modification of the rules, I will note, before we go into things. This is something specified from this doc that says you should use this rules tweak if you're running this one scenario as a one-shot, as opposed to part 1 of 4. When we have situations where stress is possible to be gained, we are going to be gaining 1d5 stress instead of 1 stress. Because, good to take the sanity system for a real spin.
Okay.
Which I love, because we remarked back in the day when we played Call of Cthulhu that its sanity system seemed like it would be really engaging with long enough play, but the increments of movement were too small to enjoy during a one-shot. So I appreciate that they give an explicit thing of like, if it's a one-shot, just change the numbers like this so you can get to the juice right away.
To exemplify that, you said 1d5. Should we just roll a d10, divide by 2, round up?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, so like 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, etc.
Perfect.
Yep. The eternal debate. Do you divide by 2 or is it roll mod 5? Half of our audience is so mad at me right now, and it's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 0? Who's to say? We'll do it in the divide by 2 method. So, your dropship is it's not a smooth landing.
I don't like.
As you touch down onto the landing base, I would like everyone to make 1 fear save. We are going to be rolling this. Go over a little bit how saves work. Skill rolls are proactive. It's stuff your character is doing under intense duress, under pressure, whereas saves are reactive. Something's happening to you, and you have to roll. But just because it is a save doesn't mean you don't have a chance to make your case as a player. The fear here is about your literal worry about, like, this is a really rickety landing that you all have no agency over. Are there any things that y'all would like to do to kind of help steel your spirit and make it a little easier to kind of clench and grin and bear it for the landing?
Well, don't worry, everyone. You all have disadvantage because I'm an android, and you have disadvantage on fear checks around me. As M.E.R says,
Great.
it is okay. We have a calculating 26% success rate of landing.
Oh, well, at least it's above 25. That's pretty good.
That is what I am saying.
So M.E.R is contributing disadvantage to everybody. What else does anybody have to do to kind of steel themselves against this descent?
I do have the 0G skill, which implies, like, a certain familiarity with, like, space travel and landing and takeoff.
Yeah,
right?
and we've also kind of gone over, you're pretty experienced with this. You may add your 0G skill to your save.
Thank you.
Between my, like, military training and, like, my field medicine, I feel like Dr. T. Tanaka has, like, seen people die and has had to go through again SOTC. Would any of, like, that steel my resolve for something like this? Would any of that training involve flight?
I think your military training would have, and you've definitely gone into adverse situations before. So yeah, you could add your military training to the skill.
Okay, amazing.
So when you add to a skill, this is a roll under system, you're rolling D100, so you're trying to roll under. Could I have everyone tell me what your baseline fear saves are going around the table?
32.
28.
81.
Wow.
M.E.R has no fear.
And then the way adding a skill works is you add the bonus of your skill to the number you're trying to roll under. So, Neo, by adding your 0G, what does your fear save go to?
42?
Yep. It's a plus 10, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yep. So instead of 32 roll under, it would be 42 roll under. You're trying to make it under. Let's have you roll first. And you're rolling with disadvantage, which means you roll the D100 twice and take the worst result.
Okay. 57. Ooh.
Already a failure. Let's see you roll again and see if it's a crit failure.
67.
A failure. You're gonna add. I think for this initial go round, we're just gonna have it be 1 fear just for the landing. We're not at the acute fear of like everything's fucked yet. So add 1 to your stress. Everyone in this game starts at 2 stress. So Neo, you've gone up to 3. For the initial one, just 1. But once you're on the base, we'll get into the juicy fear. Skyler, what are you trying to roll under?
For me, I get to add 10 with my military training, so roll under 38. Oh my god. Holy shit, that's 32 and 33.
Wow.
Wait.
And that means you take
the worst, so I have to take the 32.
Take the worst result, which
so
is,
it's actually
32, but a success.
Okay, wow.
Excellent.
Wow, that's shocking.
It does not fear you.
M.E.R got a 60.
Nice.
They will just remake M.E.R.
Oh, so dark.
So, a little overview of what your goal is as you head here into the base as the Thopter does successfully touch down the dropship, making it onto this squelchy, muddy, rain-soaked landing platform. Your mission is threefold. You are to rendezvous with 2nd Lieutenant Kaplan, the Marine commander of the colony, and assist them with any repair of the situation. You are to, ideally, get Greta Base back to an operational basis, get it back online, and retrieve and get back to the main colony Dr. Edem, the biosamples collected by Dr. Edem, and Hinton, the synthetic scientific officer, though in your orders it was made clear to you that the company really only needs Hinton's logic core. Like, if you can get the actual guy, it's a helpful return on investment, but they really just need the hard drive that lives in his chest cavity.
Understood.
With that, the dropship touches down and you are in the landing zone. There's thick mud underneath the tread landers of the airship. Heavy rain is buffeting down all around you, and in the distance ahead of you is Greta Base, barely visible through the rainstorm. You all exit out from the dropship. You hear a kind of a garbled goodbye through the back of the cockpit doors from Anders, as Anders and Renfield start to move their way up, and they say,
Radio when you're done.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
yes.
Is there air? You don't know.
An excellent question. There is not normal breathable atmosphere on SAMSA 6. So when you are outdoors, you are going to be relying on your oxygen supply from your hazard suits, which you are all currently wearing.
Great. Okay.
M.E.R is wearing their battle dress.
M.E.R does not need oxygen.
Good
Very
for
helpful.
Mer.
Good for M.E.R.
Before we continue, you said it's raining pretty heavily, yes? I think that Dr. T. Tanaka would offer that if anyone wants to, we can store anything you would like within my rucksack while we are outside, because it is waterproof. Anything that we fear might get damaged by the rain.
Nice. Remind me, I think in total we have 2 excess hazard suits.
Yes. Yeah, I started with one from just my rolled equipment, and then we determined that M.E.R wouldn't need one because Android.
Yep. Yeah, the company gave each of you a hazard suit for the job, meaning that you've got one excess from M.E.R who doesn't need it, and one that, because Dr. Tanaka did not tell the company he already owned one, so you've got 2 extras in the rucksack. That alone has the rucksack pretty full.
Okay.
It's 2 full hazard suits in the rucksack right now, and I'm assuming you packed that before you even got on the dropship, so that it was
that
like
makes sense.
watertight before you got out into the pouring rain.
Yep. Okay, no, that tracks. I'll probably try to find a spot to set them down or place them once we're inside.
Totally.
Greta.
What do we want to do now we're here on the landing zone?
Start making our way.
I'm switching my leg to sport mode.
You're heading just straight towards Greta Base?
I want to take a quick look around, just a quick survey of the scene. What do we see?
You're landing on kind of like a modular prefab base that was like installed here on the outside. You can see some of like the pylons ka-chunked in at its hexagonal corners, holding it in place. The edges of the landing base are kind of like overcome with a bunch of vines and undergrowth that have grown in from the jungle around it, and the torrential rain has coated basically all of it in mud. The ground in all directions is deeply muddy, and it's gonna be pretty hard to walk or run through. It's pretty deep and squelchy. If you give it a tap, 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 especially with your hardened kind of prosthetic leg, you can feel the reinforced steel underneath that is the actual landing platform. The whole thing is just like mud soaked at this point.
Great.
Just as a one precaution, with there being so much mud, are there like any tracks leading either from here to Greta that might indicate movement of humans, animals, other creatures?
You can see there's some pretty well-worn tread tracks that run from the platform through towards the Greta base in a pretty straight line, roughly along the lines that you would probably be walking naturally.
Okay.
Anything else you want to investigate here on the platform before you head in?
I'm gonna flip open the Geiger counter as we walk, just to keep out a sign for. Oh, Skyler inserts him fully right here.
Yeah, will do.
There is, I would say, like a very low hum on the Geiger counter. There's possibly a degree of radiation in the area. This is an area where dropships would have been coming in and out. Those are powered by cores, so, those are radioactive in nature. So you might have had a little bit of leakage, especially with how intense the elements are. Nothing is spiking high enough for you to identify any acute radiation in the area, but it's above the level of, like, low hum you would get on Earth, for example.
Great. All right. Well, let's get moving. Let's get out of this. I hate being wet.
The quicker we finish this, the quicker you can get paid and I can get dry.
You all trudge your way along the tread tracks as they are heading towards the front of the base. You'd mentioned, Skyler, that Dr. Tanaka's got his eyes on the tracks. You do notice at one point that the tread tracks have a fork in them as you get nearer to the base. There are tread tracks heading straight to kind of what you would view as the front of the base, facing the landing platform. Then there is a fork that heads off to the left from where you are. It seems to kind of arc around to somewhere behind the base.
I mean, might as well just try the front entrance.
Yeah, nothing wrong like the front door. Ding dong, hello.
You make your way up to the front. An airlock, classic entrance. It is rusty, and the exterior door is double and closed.
So there's not going to be any sort of communication that can get us in there. Looking around, like, the power's completely out on this place, yeah?
It's looking like you take a look. You're not seeing any lights coming from the interior. You do see the kind of single spiralizing blink red light that indicates that the emergency power is still running, but only the emergency power is still running and nothing else is.
Is there some sort of console out here that would
Or
give
access
us,
panel.
or access panel that would tie to these, like, interlocks?
Yep. The access panel on the exterior has a numpad and an insert slot for a keycard.
Did the company so graciously tell us what the pass would be?
They didn't program it.
Step aside.
What's your approach?
Put my hand on it and try to overwhelm it with my large database of knowledge. Just short circuit it.
You're trying to hit it with every 4-digit input.
Yes.
You're just spam posting Skibbity Toilet into the access console and hoping that it overrides the system.
This was very funny back in the day.
I'm a firing my laser. Blah.
Oh no.
Oh no. Our table. It's broken.
Free Shavakadu.
I noticed there were a lot of vines on the landing pad.
Oh my god, M.E.R stands for Millennial Expedition Robot.
Wow. Their database did get fucked up. I was told I could have afforded these bases if I had not had so many avocado microchips. So you're trying to hack the door. Let's hack that damn door. So before you start rolling, a note on rolling in this game. Rolling is really only made when the outcome is unclear and the pressure is high. If you come in and you tell me you've got a reasonable approach and you've got the time to do so, rolling is not necessary.
Wow.
So what is it more particularly you have for this approach? You have tell me what relevant skills you have here. Hacking.
You also have a lockpick kit
lockpick.
that we had exchanged and got for you, which is
not to
specific
show my
for
5e right there. Ooh,
Cringe.
God damn it.
M.E.R pulls out a d20 and it's like, no, M.E.R, you don't have to roll right now. Impossible.
How do I know if I can walk?
But my 5-foot vertical leap.
It's actually reasonable for our android.
Yeah, and this is entirely reasonable for an android. You've got a hacking skill, you have the lockpick to do so, you put your hand and junk in a bunch of different pin entrances. You're all stood there for a little bit as it takes some time to do the override, but in due time, the numpad gets overridden. M.E.R puts their hand on the pad, inputs all the numbers. It's 0451, obviously. And with a... the rusty airlock door slides open, revealing the kind of muddy interior of the airlock. This is not a place you can enter without easily tracking the outside in with you. It's got muddy floors, and there are storage lockers that line the walls of the airlock, leading to another interior door.
All right, let's get out of this rain. I'm starting to seize up here. As J10 takes the lead and into the space.
Fantastic.
Any more sweat, and I will find myself drowned in my hazard suit. So yes, let's make haste.
TMI.
You all head inside. I'm assuming, M.E.R, you're closing the door behind you. Mm-hmm. 'Tis an airlock, after all. Mm-hmm. You close the door behind you, and as you do, the emergency power, of course, one of the things it would leave enabled is the airlock sequence. Very few things more necessary in an off-planet base than that. The interior starts to gas out as it handles the change in oxygen levels and air pressures. Got a few minutes in here while it needs to complete that procedure. Anything you want to get up to before you open the interior door?
You said there were lockers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if any of them are open. What's the stuff?
Yeah, you take a look.
Smart.
Some of the lockers are currently locked. Some of them are unlocked. The ones that are unlocked, as you pull them open, you find a couple things. One of them has a hazard suit currently hanging inside of it, kind of rumpled. Another one has 2 pulse rifle magazines, different magazine type from the SMGs y'all carry.
Damn it.
And one of them has hanging from it a rosary. As you're looking around them, a few of the lockers have kind of deep indentations in their doors, and one of them has several large metal-piercing lacerations through it.
Uh-oh. Looks like we got company.
That does not look good.
Judging by the size of the wildlife outdoors, it does not surprise me that mayhaps something they did not want to get inside got inside.
At least into the airlock. We don't know if it got past it. I'm gonna take the pulse mags, and you said there were like locked lockers, right?
Yeah.
With my jury rigging skill, do you think I can attempt like a series of kind of either breaking the locks or opening them?
Breaking the locks, maybe breaking the hinges, right? They swing outwards after all.
Yeah.
You have like a crowbar or something, right?
No, I just have assorted tools, but like...
Yeah. I think in the time it's going to take to off-gas the chamber, you'd have time to open one of the lockers, and then you could spend more time here opening more of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll me a D100.
Okay. 48.
48. You crack open one of the lockers, and inside of it, you find another rucksack.
Sweet!
Watertight rucksack.
Ooh.
And taking the rucksack, opening it up, it currently contains 2 things. One, what looks to be a personal journal. The other, some seditious smut titled "The Captain, ordered."
Ooh. All right. Looks
I
like
will take that.
For the database.
For the database.
And I just kind of open up my chest cavity and put it in, close it,
Beep boop.
and you see the emoticon kind of turn from the :3 face into a squiggly line,
Beep boop.
and then it's done. They're like,
All right. It was not that good.
damn. All right, I guess.
Was that a copy of The Argonian Maid?
Yes.
Dr. Tanaka would like to take the journal to see if there's like any... If someone's been here, there might be information about like what's happened inside. Mm-hmm. I'll also store probably the 2 hazard suits that we don't need right now.
Yeah. So you store your hazard suits in the lockers and find the journal is written by one Ernst Weaver.
Okay, so we've got a Weaver on board.
Any like particular details inside that it notes or that it says? Like, we came across a space monster. or, hi, reader, you can find Dr. Edom on floor 3, located in room 201.
I tend to forget things. Here's all the combinations.
For all these other lockers.
It's all 0451 all the way down. At a certain point, they're like, it's only us on the base. Why bother? You do see reference through it. You're able to kind of, in a quick kind of scan over, you need to take some time with it to read it more thoroughly.
Yeah.
But you get the sense that Weaver is on the marine side of things on the base, not one of like the scientists, but one of the muscles, one of the gunmen.
Like one of Kaplan's subordinates, maybe?
Yep. The two names you see coming up most often here are Sergeant Ibarra and Corporal Kadir. Both of them made reference to, you get a sense that Corporal Kadir and Ernst Weaver would both have been kind of in cohort together. They seem to be on a pretty similar level in the org. Maybe they're like bunkmates. And then all the references to Sergeant Ibarra seem like they would be the immediate superior officer. Attitude is, disgruntled but not seditious. It's like, I can't believe Ibarra gave me junk duty again, stuff like that. Reference from one of the earlier entries to some bug squashing that occurred during the arrival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. He'll keep this to look more thoroughly through later.
Yeah. In the immediate scan you take over it seems like all the references you see to like violence or combat are like right at the start. Like arrived, did some bug squashing, and then it's a lot of like kind of bum work duty around the base.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Makes sense.
M.E.R.'s just kind of looking around.
Yeah. Taking a look around the lockers. I think M.E.R. is probably the one who identifies the indents and the slashes through the lockers, while J10 is more kind of hyper focused on the locks and the hinges.
Yeah.
It's at this point, so you get the little ding sound, and the other door is allowed to be open.
Oh yeah. Oh, my factor meal's done.
Hey, don't give that to them for free. We're not sponsored yet.
My redactor meal is done.
My redactor meal.
All right, team, let's look alive. All right, these claw marks look dangerous. So, let's just keep an eye out, huh?
Everyone is probably dead.
Comforting. On looking at the claw marks, would they line up with any sort of creature or thing that I might have like read about that's like native to this planet or that I might understand? I have zoology as one of my skills. Would I know anything about like general size of what this might be?
This exocolony is the first presence of anybody on this planet, so you would only know what had been sent to base before they went radio silent. You're aware from some communique you had with Dr. Edom that they had an early encounter with a species of arthropods that they labeled carcinids, and that they like terminated them on site because they were hostile and kind of cleared the area of them. Given that they're arthropods, big bugs, this feels aligned with what could have been a carcinid claw.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, he makes a note of that, and as he kind of turns to the team, he says, the journal mentioned some bug squashing, and in previous contact with Dr. Edom, there's a something of a large carcinid infestation. If they're like insects where we're from, likely travel in large groups, so...
This is a Klaxfad bug.
A what?
A Klaxfad.
What are you saying?
I am giving you information.
Well, if the robot said it, I guess it's true. All right.
It's true.
Oh yeah, because you've all been in cryosleep, so you haven't had a chance to get exposed to. This is probably the first time you're realizing, Dr. T. Tanaka, you'd know this more acutely as a scientist. M.E.R, in the brief interactions you had with M.E.R before you got into cryosleep, was not having all these inaccuracies in its reporting and in its database queries. And based on what you know about how the M.E.R line of robots receives their firmware updates, you have a bad feeling that during the jump, they were mid firmware update and it got like corrupted on the download before you all jumped to a point in the rim where you're beyond the firmware like ring and you can't get systems updates anymore, so their core database is fucked.
Incorrect.
Oh no.
M.E.R is correct.
I might be careful how much trust you put in
What? Nah, come
M.E.R's
on. It's a
computation.
robot. Robots are smarter than humans. Everyone knows that.
You are gaslighting me.
That's no, I'm just we should exercise caution. Do you not sense anything different within your general programming?
Can you see he is gaslighting me?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a robot, Doc.
I have a red, angry face. Let's keep going.
Okay, I'm not here to argue with the TI-82. Let's move.
That is a slur.
Not the spacism.
It's all right. They don't have souls. Let's keep going.
Opening the door to the other end of the airlock. Opens up. I'll give a reminder, by the way, emergency energy only, meaning everything we have seen thus far and likely everything we will be seeing it's pitch black in here. We are moving exclusively by the illumination of our flashlights, which you have headlamps built into your hazard suits. M.E.R, notably, I don't think... Do you have a light built into your tactical gear?
No. I have a flashlight.
Yes, you have a manual flashlight. Cool. The door opens up into a commissary area, kind of a central hub area for the base. When you saw from the exterior the layout of the base, this is the single largest room, and it branches off in multiple directions. There's a door on the far wall, on the left wall, on the right wall. It's a large square room.
Okay.
It is ransacked. The place, overall, it's a mess. As your headlamp lights kind of trail around the room, you see the details little by little. A banner with the words "Happy Birthday Olsen" written on it is hanging off of just one string, fluttering down from the ceiling. Rain is dripping into the room through a hole in the ceiling.
Oh, that's not good for the oxygen probably either.
There is a makeshift barricade shoved up against the door on the left wall, an upturned table with a human arm protruding from underneath it with a little splatter of blood mixed in with moldy cake. And a small kitchenette on the right side of the room that's in front of the right door.
Found them.
Oh my god.
M.E.R gives a thumbs up.
Oh, Tesla, what happened here? I don't believe in God.
Well, I mean, why would I believe in, a religious entity from Earth? That's like light years away. I've never even been there. Why
He
would I
ain't
care?
out here.
Yeah, space Jesus? Yeah, get real.
But yeah, we got a commissary, we got a banner, we got an upturned table, little kitchenette, makeshift barricade, arm.
Yeah, J10 is gonna kind of keep their SMG at the ready.
Yeah, I think flamethrower is being currently equipped by Dr. Tanaka.
M.E.R's gonna go over and pull on the arm.
M.E.R gives a little tug on the arm, and with a pull of android-powered strength, you pull forth from under the table, kind of upturns and clunks onto its side, a headless corpse dressed in military fatigues, giant hole in the neck, no head, and the body is covered in like paper cut with lacerations, like thousands of tiny cuts. Cause of death, probably the head thing, but those also look quite painful.
Dr. Tanaka goes to hand the flamethrower to M.E.R, pauses. J10, will you hold this for me?
Yeah, sure, I got that.
What do you mean by that? Give it to me.
Is going to go up to the body, and I'd like to expect, are there any like identifying factors, because he wants to make sure that this isn't Lieutenant Kaplan, but it could be one of the other people mentioned in the journal, maybe learn some cause of death or something.
The body is currently prone on the ground. You can see from the little chain about the neck that there are dog tags. If you overturn the body, you could probably read them.
Yeah, he'll do that.
You turn over the body, and as you do, see that there are dog tags, to be sure, and also a colossal hollowing out of the chest cavity. Just a god-awful stench wafts up to you, kind of piercing through your hazard suit. Let's have a fear save from you. Anything you can do to mitigate it.
I'm a surgeon. Like, I've been around bodies cut up, dissected, and otherwise.
Yeah.
So it's flat?
Yep.
Because you are near me.
You were kind of shooed away. You're
That's
not close
fair.
enough to be a contributing factor here in his immediate line of vision.
Out here to sabotage me.
So yeah, it'll be a straight roll, and you can add your whichever is the highest of your medical trainings.
Okay. Yeah, that's surgery for plus 20. It's a fear save, which is 28, so 48.
Very nice. Straight roll.
Oh, that's great. That's 23.
Very nice. Yeah. The doc knows it's disturbing, but he's seen worse off-world before. Yeah. It is hollowed out, and the ribs are kind of splayed open, as though something had perhaps emerged from within. The dog tags read Lieutenant Corporal Xavier.
Looks like an inside job.
I'll take the dog tags. Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah, that gets a big laugh from J10.
That's so funny.
That's so good.
This robot's all right. Yeah, looks like we had a couple of uninvited guests.
This was the dog tags of Corporal
Lieutenant Corporal Xavier.
And as far as the lacerations here and the cavity within the chest, Dr. T. Tanaka's assuming that these things don't start at massive locker clawing size. Would this be the indication of like some sort of like this is how the younger ones are born? Is this some alien bullshit? Like, is this like they're just gonna burst out the chest cavity?
Definitely some alien bullshit going on. It's looking parasitic, right? If something bursted out from within the chest.
Yeah.
As for the paper cuts, they're pretty uniform in a way that doesn't really look like they were applied by an external laceration.
Interesting.
They look more like something that occurred due to like an acute tightening of the skin. Like it opened up a bunch of like little lesions almost, but in these little paper cut shapes.
Oh, interesting. Like maybe it was trying to run away and got caught in some sort of wire or something, or maybe like I don't know, like an iron. I'm trying to think of like a steel iron like webbing or something that maybe they were caught in. If these are like, I don't know,
Yeah,
spider.
and from what you can see, it's on
insectoid.
the arms, it's on the legs, it's on the chest. It's like everywhere where there's skin. There's just hundreds of these little paper cuts.
Nasty.
While Dr. Tanaka is examining the body, J10's going to check the perimeter because very clearly there were hostile entities inside the base, and so they could still be here if they didn't starve.
You give kind of a listen around while Tanaka is doing his investigation. I'm assuming you're kind of like listening at the doors. You're listening around.
Yeah, are all the doors closed?
Currently, yes.
Great. So I'm walking the perimeter. I'm listening for noise, and I'm keeping an eye out in case there's anything in the room.
Totally. Keeping an eye out, you see there's kind of empty cups, dishware, broken glasses litter the floor. You wouldn't want to be walking around this room barefoot, especially now that there's a thin layer of water coating everything from the leakage from the ceiling. Looking up to that leakage, it is bullet holes in the ceiling. And listening about at the doors, over the pitter-patter of the rain dripping into the room, listening at both the west door and at the north door, you hear kind of a quiet, intermittent little thud every couple of seconds in the distance from beyond the door.
Hey everyone, I'm hearing some noise from the north.
You're near enough that if you raise your voice, they could just hear you normally. Are you trying to whisper into your comms?
Whispering into the
specifically?
comm.
Right. You turn on the comms, and as soon as you do, I am gonna need you to give me a sanity save.
Oh shit.
Oh, what? Oh, what the fuck?
What is gonna be happening here is you are hearing a sudden, horrifying sound that you did not expect to be hearing when you turned on your comms.
Okay. Let's see. I'm far away from M.E.R.
M.E.R is not a factor here.
Not a factor here.
And also, that's only fear saves, right? Not sanity saves?
Just fear saves.
Yeah, so-
I do love that idea. M.E.R just so unhelpful.
M.E.R is just a bomb.
Stay away from you.
Split the party to save the party. Send M.E.R away.
Let's see. I know Teamster has a skill about...
Check your trauma response.
Yes. It's on panic checks. Okay, this is just a sanity save. Honestly, I don't got nothing.
All right.
Just hope in a dream.
Hope in a dream. It's
Sanity
kind of a surprise, so I don't
Yeah.
really have any way.
What are you trying to roll under?
28. No.
Is that 99?
That's 94, which is a...
90 to 99 is always a failure, but it would be a failure regardless here. That is the sound that immediately blares in through your comms as soon as you turn on your radio. Your hand kind of jumps off the button as soon as you do. As the scream kind of finishes rattling in your ears, you feel this kind of sudden shock of pain all throughout your body.
Ouch and yikes. J10 just winces and kind of shrinks himself and, tries to like...
So is that the D5 of stress?
That is a D5 of stress to be added, yes.
J10, what is wrong?
So roll me that D5.
4.
So 4 is 2, so add 2 stress.
Jeez.
Up to 5.
Okay.
Oof.
Freaking stressed out.
You look stressed.
Yeah, no shit. Just...
What happened?
And I come closer. I turned on my comm to, whisper to you that I started hearing noise from the north and west, and when I turned it on, I heard this freakish bug sound, I guess. I don't know. I've never really had an encounter with alien life before. I've just, I've heard about it, and, this
Is it the fat clacks?
Yeah.
What'd you call me?
Whatever that thing was. Oh, man. Really?
Okay,
It
so...
is okay, J10.
Likely explanation is perhaps one of the soldiers died and landed with their comms on, and whatever's near them is being funneled into the system. I don't imagine these things, looking back at the claw marks, are particularly pleasant to listen to. Any weapon on the, before we go, any weapon or anything on the colonel, like grenades, anything in the pockets that we could,
Not currently, no. On the colonel themselves, it seems like any cartridges or anything that would have held ammunition have already been looted or had their ammo taken from them. There are bullet casings all around the floor, a blood splatter here and there, bullet holes riddle some of the walls, large claw-like gouges through the furniture that forms the barricade against the west wall. At one point, while you're picking through things, you find the head.
Well, he's gonna leave that alone. He's got the expertise to have seen stuff like this. Not everyone else might have, so he's not gonna burden them with that.
J10's not even looking.
Nope.
Yeah.
M.E.R picks it up and puts it in where the chest cavity is.
Oh no!
There.
Fixed it.
So, just to get a grok on the orientation of the space.
You entered through the south door.
The barricade is on the west, and the noises are coming from the north?
North and west. It's kind of coming from the northwest. When you're listening at the north door, it sounds like it's west of you. When you're listening at the west door, it sounds like it's north of you.
And does the barricade look heavily compromised? As in, they were able to breach it?
It's stacked currently. It's braced against the door. You'd need to clear the barricade if you wanted to go through the door.
What does the east side look like?
East side door is behind the kitchenette area that no one's really looked into yet. The one area that the sound is kind of furthest from.
Maybe avoid the sound, especially if there's a barricade between us and that sound. Seems like some people found that already and didn't have a great time.
Yeah, J10 is gonna say, I heard the distant thudding sounds from north and west. My impulse is that the west maybe wasn't breached because the barricade still stands. Maybe they were able to get past it, but we haven't checked out the east wing yet. It's furthest from all the noise, so do we want to go in through the barricade or go in through where there's the least amount of sound?
I think the least amount of sound makes the most sense.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I agree with M.E.R.
Great.
Heading to
Wise.
the east door, then, you head through the kitchenette, the cabinets, storage bins of the kitchenette. They're all kind of hastily thrown open, emptied out. Heading through the door beyond them, you head into a pantry area. The shelves of the pantry itself are mostly bare. Their contents of the shelves have been removed and divided into large piles of ready-to-eat meals across the floor, they've been kind of pre-portioned, and they're scattered around the floor. In the far corner of the room, there is a slumped over body, dead, seemingly asleep. I wouldn't say likely, wearing marine fatigues.
I'll just give him a nudge.
Dead.
I'll check to take dog tags.
Second Lieutenant Lang. There is another door at the rear of the pantry with kind of a bigger, kind of reinforced look to it, seeming like it probably leads into the freezer.
Well, I don't think any of these MREs are probably compromised with the air and the water.
Yeah.
Freezer, I don't even know what would be in there aside from maybe some supplies, but I really don't want to stay here long enough for those to be relevant.
Yeah, I don't plan to sit down and have lunch and tea here. I think the quicker we move, the better.
So, not checking the freezer?
We should check it anyway.
M.E.R will open it up.
You clunk open the freezer. It's a walk-in, medical-grade freezer.
I have a trank pistol ready.
And inside it, there is a corpse of a frozen Marine alongside a discarded medical case. M.E.R, your built-in thermometer registers. It's about minus 40 degrees Celsius in here, so proper freezer. You have a hazard suit, so you could actually go in here safely. The Marine is frozen, has a tinfoil hat on their head in place of their helmet.
Oh.
And there is a medical case kind of clunked on the ground next to them, and a little vent up in the ceiling of the freezer.
Does the vent look like it's intact?
Currently.
Okay. Any dog tags? Any identification?
Lieutenant Corporal Resnick. And as you get closer to the Marine, you see they are clutching a little plastic vacuum tumbler.
What would that be? Like a
thermos, like a vacuum sealed thermos type thing, tumbler for liquid.
Just judging by the situation, the med kit going into the freezer, I wonder if this person had a bug in them and was hoping to get it out.
Oh. That is a good idea.
Not an unlikely theory. May I check the med pack?
You crack it open, and when it opens, it lets out this kind of hiss of frosty vapor. Inside, you see that there are some now deeply frozen. You check the labels. These are chemotherapeutic agents, 25 liters in total.
Oh.
Okay.
You would know these because of your medical training. These would be used to treat extreme radiation damage.
Yeah, could I take these?
It's 25 liters of the stuff, so the case is holding them. It's full of the things, and they're also currently frozen. Do you want to maybe move the case into a non-freezer area so they can start thawing?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
That could be good, especially if one of these hazard suits gets compromised. This could be a way to
Huge.
Good to have.
Maybe just up on the pantry shelf outside.
Yeah. I mean, I could if it becomes an emergency, could always take the flamethrower and give it a once over. But
Yeah.
I think for right now, we'll try to let it thaw a
Speed
bit
defrost.
naturally. Yeah.
Delicate chemicals love when you thaw them really quickly.
It is true. Fact checked. M.E.R checked.
M.E.R. Hey, Doc, what are those?
This is anti-radiation treatment.
Radiation. Uh-oh. Tinfoil hat. Uh-oh. That's
We
not
should
good.
probably close this freezer again in case the bug comes out.
Are you saying you're picking up signs of a bug in here?
I am just putting two and two together in this environment.
Okay.
There's a meta joke here because in the room key, this room is room 5, so M.E.R would put 2 and 2 together and get 5.
Yeah.
J10 is gonna keep their Geiger counter on with the intention of, if we encounter high spikes of radiation,
You'll know it right away.
right, you, the warden, should cue me in.
Will do. Any other things we want to take, investigate here in the freezer?
We could take the thermos, see what's in that, but
Yeah, what is in that?
You need to take it and open it up.
this is me, Skyler. I'm like,
I get a bad feeling about
I
that.
have a terrible feeling.
I'll shake it.
You hear the kind of soft kunk, 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 kunk of like a mostly full thermos that has its interior frozen liquid, frozen solid, of like an ice cube clunk, clunk, clunking up against the walls.
Sounds just like fluid, and it doesn't like a hockey puck of frozen coffee rather than a bug or, you know,
I will note, if you're taking it and shaking it, you do have to get it out of the frozen hands, and as you do, the fingers of the Marine just snap clean off as you take the tumbler.
Whoops.
You're pretty seasoned, so I'll give you advantage. This will be a fear save, but it's not going to be a super heavy one. If it's failure, it's only going to be 1 fear. You already know he's dead.
Yeah.
But advantage on anything you can apply here that you think would aid in the situation?
I am sorry. It is flat.
It is flat. You are right next to Mer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm missing a leg. I've seen, like, I also work with explosives. I've seen people with missing fingers. I don't think it's like that big.
You can
of a
apply
deal.
your explosives training to the number.
Great.
M.E.R
awesome.
goes,
Yeah.
wow. That's just like your leg.
Yeah, but smaller.
Eee.
That's it's a fear save.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's way over. It's 85.
Tick up that stress up by one higher.
And shit, this shit's stressing me out. All for a hockey puck. I open it.
Open it up. It's got a kind of a cloudy, liquid, clear, probably when it's in its non-frozen state inside. Doesn't look quite like ice. It isn't refracting the light of your headlamp like an ice cube would. Possibly a chemical fluid of some sort. You need to maybe do some tests to figure out exactly what it is.
Hey, Doc, this look useful?
yeah, could I give it like a once over, see if I can determine anything more about it at a glance?
Got any tools that could help?
Tools. Let me see here. Not really. Yeah, I think he kind of looks it over and says, "It's many chemicals look similar in a frozen state. I'd need a lab or some sort of sample kit to get a better accurate reading. Unfortunately, not much we can do until it's melted."
Jeez.
Yeah. Easier to identify once it's melted just by your skills alone. Then you can start to use things like odor and viscosity. But until then, you're right that you would need to maybe find some lab tools to work with.
Yeah, I think along with the radiation stuff is gonna put it outside and let it start to melt.
Smart.
Yeah.
Let M.E.R take a look.
Yeah, sure.
That is Starry, formerly known as Sierra Mist, before they had to change the name.
Ha. Well, I don't really have... Oh, man, so much stress over some freaking soda pop. Jeez. All right, let's get moving.
Alrighty. Heading back out from the pantry and back into the commissary.
Yeah.
Cool. Probably to you said the east exit?
That was the east wing.
Oh,
and
okay. That's
yet-
as far as we can get.
Yet unexplored is the north and the west. West door is the one with the barricade. Sound can kind of be relatively equally heard through both the west and north doors.
For better clarification, when you say barricade, does it look like the barricade was built from this side trying to keep something out of the west side? Or
Yeah.
does it look like, okay,
Yeah, it's in this room with you. It's a bunch of furniture. It's all piled up. With some effort, you could deconstruct this barricade. It would just take time.
I think that's probably the direction we want to go in the
Let
lead.
sleeping barricades lie and go north.
Very
Yeah.
cute. You crack open the north door. You're in a branching hallway. Leads in a couple of different directions. It goes east from here. It goes west from here. The eastern way leads directly to a doorway. Straight across from you, like right across from the door you're coming in through, is another door heading further north, and it also proceeds west from you in that kind of northwesternly direction. There's a door on the corner over there. It also heads around a further corner, rounding left to what will be kind of the west wing. you can pretty distinctly hear now in the hallway where it's nice and echoey, that thumping sound is coming from that kind of northwest corner.
Okay. Now that we're a little closer, does the thumping sound, does it have a consistent rhythm? I'm trying to discern, is it mechanical or is it organic?
You give it a listen. It's a pretty consistent rhythm. It's like every couple seconds there's a thump. But listening for a little longer, it's not perfectly rhythmic. So it's pretty rhythmic, but it isn't like machine grade accurate.
Yeah, okay. Whatever that is, it seems organic. It's not a machine.
Yeah, it's not like a body stuck to like a ceiling fan that's like smacking a wall every once in a while or something.
Such a great image for you to conjure.
I mean, that's the kind of thing we'd run into.
Yeah, exactly.
Tequila sunset in space.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're heading east, yeah?
I mean, like, hopefully we can hope that whoever got fucked up, moved eastward and away from the conflict zone. I'm just worried that that's the hot spot. That's where they are. But let's try exploring east.
All right. Heading east to the closed door. This one is locked upon your arrival and also has a numpad next to it with a keycard slot. Correction, this one only has a keycard slot, no numpad.
I will input my little android hand, click, and hack it.
You stick your hand in for a hack. This is an encrypted lock, so I think this is actually a proper time for a roll to occur. M.E.R is used to these things all kind of falling easily under their input, but this is a point where it's going to be quite tough to hack your way in. But maybe possible. We'll see how well attuned M.E.R is to the de-encrypting side of things. This would be a roll of a skill. This would be an intellect roll. And do you have any relevant skills you can add here?
Yes, I have hacking and computers.
Which of those is higher?
Hacking at plus 15.
Alrighty, so you're going to add plus 15, but it is going to be a disadvantage due to the encryption.
With the lockpicking kit, could that turn that to neutral?
The lockpicking kit is necessary to try this, so I wouldn't say it's assisting. It's making this possible at all.
Understood.
I also have a skill in mathematics. Does that do anything for the encryption?
You can only add one skill to a thing, so whichever is the highest.
Okay, cool. It's still mathematics. All right. I have a plus. So I'm trying to roll under 55.
Cool.
Yes. Oh, no. Because disadvantage, it would have gotten it with just flat, but disadvantage, that is a 73.
Not enough. We could please have you add
Got 4, so 2 of stress.
2 additional stress.
Oh no. What is happening? This is literally my only function. Oh no.
I swear, this has never happened before.
And you can definitely remember times from before the failed firmware update where this encryption would have been very easily crackable by you, and it is not yielding.
What is happening to me?
M.E.R, get the door open.
Shut up!
Whoa, okay.
Whoa, jeez.
Yeah, so it seems like you might need a particular keycard to get your way into this door.
Is there any signage next to the door indicating what is behind here? Like, operations room or lieutenant's quarters or something?
Oh yeah, was there like a map in any of the places that we went through that's like, you're currently here, you know?
There would have been one back in the commissary if you want to double back.
I'll double back to check that.
Yeah, at least that's the most common area it would be. Heading around the commissary, I'm going to say the map has been torn off the wall in the fracas, so you don't get the whole map. I'm going to roll and see what the angle of the tear was, just with a d10. I'm going to roll 1d10 to see what percentage of the map you lost, and then I'm going to roll a different one to see the angle of the tear.
That's fun.
This will be fully randomized. You lost a little less than half the map, 40% of it. And if we're doing roundabouts where the top is 1 and we round about, going clockwise, 4 and 4, 44. Oh, that's pretty convenient. You lost a chunk of the map that wouldn't have had a lot of information anyway, just because of the irregular shape of the base.
Okay.
So the line cuts through. You don't have on the map the pantry or freezer area that you would have had prior. but I will show you the rest of it. So you do know what the East Door is, because you're a scientist, and with your incredible skills, you know that the label labo probably completes
Labrador.
to laboratory, and you have labels for the other rooms. So the northern room, the room opposite where you came into the hallway from, is a circular room labeled the command center.
Okay.
The northwest corner room, the room from whence you hear the thudding, is labeled as garage. There is a room kind of on the west wing side, a small circular room labeled armory, and then a big southwesterly square room about the size of the commissary, if the map is accurate, labeled crew habitat.
Wow, we made a way to make it sound organic. Crew habitat. Just call it a barracks. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so beyond the door that is encrypted locked is the laboratory, and it looks like from the setup of the map, the laboratory is like a 2-room system.
Mm-hmm. And if I had to guess, Dr. Eden is probably, hopefully, safely locked inside. I mean, if your decryption couldn't bypass the firewall on the key card, then airlock seems sturdy enough. Undamaged?
Yeah, door is undamaged.
Then this is likely where we're trying to go.
J10's gonna go back onto the comm again, like mentally prepared to hear the sound, to see if maybe they're in close range enough where they can contact, like maybe Dr. Edem has a radio or has a comm of their own.
You're taking the risk of hearing that sound again for the hopes that you're on a local frequency and can catch Dr. Edem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The shriek tears into your ears once again. It sounds a little different this time, or at least it feels different as you hear it. You can still process the literal sound, but it feels a little more comforting in all of its chaos, like familiar. Feels like you can almost remember like a dream you had in cryosleep. It feels like it's hearkening back to that. And what are you saying as you endure the shriek?
Hello? Contacting Dr. Is anyone out there? This is extraction team.
And that's when you fall unconscious.
J10.
Wow.
J10. J10. J10.
Okay, cool. I am immediately rushing up to them, and let's see. Can I wake them up somehow? Could I hit them with like a stim pack?
A stim pack? Sure. Stim pack could possibly get them out of this. So you're stim packing them right away. Okay. So you're getting just the very beginning of this vision when you are stim packed back to reality.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. We have a group of 3. I think we need to keep all of us.
So you are going to need to... Where are you injecting the stim pack? Because you are going to need to inject it. It's skin contact.
It's skin contact. What would be the easiest or safest part to remove on the hazard suit? Because I don't want to puncture the hazard suit and expose them.
Before you stim pack me, do you want to just try waking me regularly?
I think
like through
would
medical?
give you a shake, and then if you're unresponsive,
Shake
I think
ain't doing it, yeah.
Yeah. I think he's pretty quickly assessing like, not here. Like he's like no bullshit.
This is not a weighted out scenario.
Yeah. Oh, can I take my towel? And I want to take off the helmet, put the towel around to act as a filter so he's not breathing in any bad chemicals, just for the small moment, so I can just get right in on the neck without puncturing the hazard suit.
I like it. I like it a lot. There is an airlock. There is still oxygen in here. They're not going to asphyxiate immediately. So yeah, chemical protection with the towel, and then a stim pack right to the neck to ensure immediate administration with no delay.
Yes.
Love that. You get then just the very beginnings of a little vision as you are unconscious. This kind of dreamlike sensation of crawling around on all fours. It's this kind of hearkening back to almost a childlike feeling before you could even walk, before you had to worry about all of that, when everything was so easy to just go to work and you're up.
Put the hood back on.
Good morning.
There is one critical detail I do want to give to our esteemed Dr. T. Tanaka here.
Oh, fuck.
As you had pulled up the helmet and exposed the skin beneath, J10's neck, J10's face, all the skin you see is covered in hundreds of little paper cuts. And that is where we're going to rejoin on the next episode of Tiny Table.
Oh my god!
Literally my number one fear, alien parasites.
Oh my
no.
I'm so sorry, darling.
It had to be me.
What the
What was it? Was it
Einstein?
the thermos?
I'm not saying.
Guess you'll have to find out on the next time. Tiny Table, thanks for listening.
J10, you need to be careful when you exfoliate.
See you next week,
my
y'all. Moment of vulnerability. Who at this table knows what I'm referencing?
Is that 2001 Space
Miz?
Odyssey?
We got 2001 from Holly.
Les Mis? No, but I thought
That's
it was
24601. Good guess.
8675309. I have no idea.
It is basically any video game you play that needs you to find pins and put them into numpads will have 0451 in it at some point. It's a long beloved reference to like the work of Looking Glass Studios and all of their games like Deus Ex and the like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any game in the kind of immersive sim genre, which honestly I would call Mothership well in the boots of, will throw an 0451 in there at some point.
Oh,
Okay.
I feel like I've definitely seen that number as like a reference
Yeah.
in like games that I've played.
You have.
But like had no idea. Just like, cool, random series of numbers.
That don't gotta stay in the pod. That's just informing my friends.
Still, that's cool though. That's interesting.
But yeah.
Hi, and thank you for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, then we'd really appreciate if you left us a review. If you really like what we do here and want to support us further, you can join us at patreon.com/tinytablepodcast. Our business email is also open for inquiries at tinytablebusiness@gmail.com, and all of our socials can be found in the episode description for any shenanigans you might want to follow. Till next time, see ya!
Welcome to the Shoutout Corner. This week, we would like to thank Drake, an ace pilot who transports mercs and freelancers through the most dangerous parts of space, one time darting through asteroid fields just to narrowly avoid a late clock-in with the company. Close. E.g., an engineer who manages repairs at an intergalactic docking station. Thanks to their custom-made robotic arms, they can construct and dismantle spacecrafts in record time. Jade, the head chef at a diner located on a distant moon. They're said to be able to take any alien life form and turn it into a delicacy. Delicious. Joe, you ever seen the movie Treasure Planet? Well, it turns out it's actually based on the true events of this spacefarer's personal life and expeditions. Awesome. Jordan, a deadly space mercenary who has conquered many of the most lethal challenges the galaxy has to offer. Their official title does happen to be Master Chief, but they've never heard of the Halo series. It's no relation. Cly, an advanced artificial intelligence program that acts as a personal assistant to space mercenaries and Marines. Now, their default language model is based off of a previous AI known as Cortana, but again, I swear, no relation. Logan, a manager of a shipping company that rents out vessels for various jobs across the stars, including the ship used to take this very crew to their doomed mission. Essentially, it's all their fault. Matthew, a scientist who specializes in alien entomology. They have a truly insane and gorgeous collection of various bugs from different planets, and God, would they have been helpful given the nature of our hero's current crisis. Nancy, known as the Glog Whisperer. This animal trainer specializes in training extraterrestrial house pets, specifically Glogs, which are basically just glow-in-the-dark dogs. Pleasure Goblin, another ilk similar to J10 who works for the company as a generalist, known locally as PG-13. Sparky, an interstellar pop star who is famous throughout the galaxy. And when I say pop star, I quite literally mean that they are a singing and dancing celestial body. The concerts are super dangerous, but so worth it. Stefan, hosts the most popular radio show on this planet and all others. 045.1 The Continuum, playing the latest hits in genres you ain't even heard of yet. Let's rock. Tammy, known far and wide as the janitor. They tend to clean up when missions have gone awry, and let's just say I'm not simply talking about spills and trash. The first 4 notes of Megalovania, a criminal mastermind who runs an intergalactic cartel smuggling stim packs and various drugs across the stars. It is said that they once hollowed out the core of a planet to store their own personal stash of the universe's dankest space weed. Fucking sick. And Thy Dungeon Gal, the owner of a planet-sized casino out in deep space where everything, and I mean everything, is a gamble or roll of the die. Let's just say trying to get into a bathroom stall is kind of a nightmare, but otherwise super fun. And with that, folks, we'll get into more terrifying adventures out in space with you next week. Till then, take care.